Hey, how y'all doing? This is Super ECW Champion here, and today I thought I'd do one quick little video, a how-to video of one of my all-time favorite folk songs, and it's called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Mr. Gordon Lightfoot. And for the longest time, that was the only Gordon Lightfoot song I knew. It was the only one I ever bothered to actually try to sing along. I still have a little problem hitting that powerful baritone that he has, which actually sounds more like a bass, but I'm not going to argue. It was written about the 1975 shipwreck about the Edmund Fitzgerald, and it was just a horrible loss of life. 29 men died on Lake Superior. No distress signal. They were all experienced crew members. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows what might have sunk the Fitzgerald. There's a lot of different theories, from a monster rogue wave, which seems likely because of the fact that because they were sailing in stormy waters. Stormy Waters, that's a good song title. Or the fact that there might have been three freak waves. Two of them which lifted up the bow and the stern, and then another one right under the center. One came crashing down, and that's how the boat split in two. However, we will never know. And Mr. Gordon Lightfoot heard about it on the news. He had already written the chords and the melody. He just didn't have the lyrics, and he thought that would make a perfect story. And to this day, he still continues to go and visit the families of the crew members in private. The only reason we know that is because he says in an interview about the song that he goes and visits with the families. But it's a cool song. It's an easy song to learn. It has 4 chords rather. A very easy strumming pattern, and it was a #2 hit for Mr. Gordon Lightfoot. And it's just overall a very, very well-written song, and I'm going to show you all how to play it. Alright, so minus the last part, that was how it's played in the normal way. Now, he does do a little chord down here that I'm not quite sure how he does it. Again, to those who already know me, I have very, very basic knowledge in chords and in music. I'm trying like crazy to get the guitar system or to get a laptop so that I can upload a CD-ROM about, I believe it's the Idiot's Guide to Guitar, which helps a lot of would-be guitarists around the world. But this one I actually learned from Guitar Tabs and GuitarChords.com. It's a very helpful site. And first and foremost, there's going to be a capo on the 2nd fret. That's what gives the song the eerie melody when you strum. Oof, I still get chills. And the first chord that we're going to be strumming is A suspended. I believe it's a 4th, and that's simply from putting your 2nd finger on the D string, 2nd fret, going off of the capo. It's going to be the 2nd fret, and your 3rd finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and you're just going to strum the 5 strings. So and the strum pattern is actually a very unique one. It goes like this. It's got a very unique sound to it. So anyway, that's how you do the strum pattern. It's basically a down, Just watch my hand. It's hard to say it and strum at the same time. So that's basically how that strum pattern goes. And the 4 chords used is the A suspended, the E minor, the G major, and the D major. And when you put it all together, it has a nice sound. But for now, let's just stick to the basics. So for the intro, you're gonna want to do it like this, and watch carefully with the hand, and I'll tell you about the chord changes later when we get to it. So after you're done with the intro with that A suspended, and we'll do it one more time, we're going to move our fingers up to the A and D string, still the 2nd fret, into that E minor, and it sounds, the E minor is already a cool sounding minor chord without the capo. But you add the capo on the 2nd fret, and you get a more eerie of a sound. So before we go into that G, let's do the strumming with just the A suspended and the E. And again, this is what it's going to look like. Again, watch the strumming hand, and this is what it's going to look like. Whoops. One more time. I'll do it. I'll try and do it slower for you. And then we move into that G. And for those of you who are just starting to learn, that's going to be your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E, your first finger, your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then your 3rd and your 4th on the 3rd fret of the E, of the high E and the B string. Now, as shown in my other video on how to play Take It Easy, you can play it like this, you can play it like this, or you can play it like this. But for a Gordon Lightfoot song, it's easier if you just play it like that. And once again, the same strum pattern. And that one we don't hold as often as we do with the other chords. So this one, it only goes like this. Before going into that D chord. And the D chord is your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Your middle finger on the high E 2nd fret. And your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret B string. Sorry. And again, as the same thing with the G, we don't hold the D chord that long. And this is what it's all going to sound like together. Watch the strumming hand. A lot of you are asking, now why do you only play 3 chords the 2nd time around? Why do you only play the A suspended, the E minor, the G, and then go back to the A suspended? Because again, he does a chord somewhere down here, I want to say, that gives it a more eerie of a ring. I just don't know how to play it. So for me, learning how to play that song mostly by ear, that's what I'm hearing. And again, after you strum that D, you go back into the, for the first time around, you go back into that A suspended. And that's just the intro. And the strumming pattern and the chord changes are actually consistent throughout the whole song, as I'll show you right now. So this is going to be the intro part. from the Chippewa down of the big lake called Gitchagoony. The lake, it said, never gives up her dead when the skies low under turn green. With the load of iron. Oh, well, I was doing fine until I goofed up on that one chord change. But if you know the lyrics and the melody of the song, then really all it is just these 4 chords and a really basic strum pattern. Which is a down, up, down, up, down, up with a lot of rhythm and motion in the wrist. And now, again, a lot of you, oh my god, he's talking percussions again. I cannot stress this enough. That percussion and rhythm is in everything, and I don't just mean going like this. I mean even in going with the strum pattern, because you got to have a lot of rhythm in that wrist in order to get that unique strumming pattern, or else it's just gonna... You know, it sounds like you're trying to make it a happy song. That's not it. You really want to keep your wrist loose throughout the strumming pattern. It creates that mystic feeling. So this is how to play the record The Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot. If you know the lyrics and the melody, then you can put these simple chords that I taught you and the strumming pattern that I taught you, and you can have another great song to play, another song to perform at the campfire, another song to perform with your friends. Let me readjust the camera here real quick so you can all see my face. So if you like the video and you want me to teach you more Gordon Lightfoot, or any kind of a song that is stupid simple with chords, do me a big favor and punch that subscribe button right in the face. Comment down below if you like the video, and if you want me to post another song up, whether it's actually the song or me just teaching you how to play it. And I'll be seeing you all in the upcoming videos.